Hey, all the female, full of femininity, the ultimate power holders of the nature, wake up. So today is Savitri Amavasya, and let's understand our real life meaning or message of the Devi Ma.
The stories of Savitri and Satyavan is found in our both Puranas, Ramayana as well as Mahabharata. The oldest known version of the story of Savitri and Satyavan is found in the Banaparva of Mahabharata Purana, where Yudhishthira asks sage Markandeya whether there has ever been any woman whose devotion matches to Draupadi's. And to this, sage Markandeya replies by relating to the story of Savitri. And in Ramayana, when Bhagwan Sri Ram and Mata Sita during their exile reaches to the ashram of sage Atri and Sati Anusaya advises Mata Sita that the level of austerities in life must be maintained at the level where Savitri was maintaining. So when Sati Anusaya is advising Mata Sita to level the austerities like Mata Savitri, then performing this Savitri Amavasya, we must imbibe the values of Ma Savitri.
What actually did she do? Did she ever bother to dress up in beautiful aggrandization of material, or she was all about her dharma of every step of her life? She was a strong symbol of no abuse. Let's consider first stage. As a young unmarried girl, she liked the Prince Satyavan at the first sight in the forest. When informed about his possibility of early death, she did not agree to change her decision. Thereby, she never had the guilt of accepting any second person in marriage, neither carried the psychological pain throughout her life. Hence, by standing for herself, she did not had to abuse herself and had to live with the pain. So she lived with the pride and did not have the guilt. That is how she had the ability to stand and say no to the first stage of abuse. After marriage, she followed all the austerities and tapas because she knew the truth about her life. During the death of Satyavan, she first stands for her in-laws, their lost eyesight. Let me mention, they were not blind from birth. They had lost their eyesight in between. Due to the lost eyesight, they were thrown out of their kingdom. She stands for both of these undue conditions. Since her in-laws were well-deserving rulers, she stood against their loss, against the abuse done to them, and obviously she got them both the conditions. She had the clarity. From the clarity and the austerities, she had developed the strength to stand against such a huge conspiracies and huge abuse of a kingdom, and she could stand against the loss of her in-laws, for which she could give them back their kingdom, their eyesight.
And then comes the service to her parents. Her parents did not have any successor for the kingdom, and she asks for a son so that he takes over the kingdom of her parents. Just see, she did not choose for herself before taking on her responsibilities and doing service to both the kingdoms of her in-laws and her parents. That is called selfless service.
Then comes about Satyavan. Then she gathers herself to stand against the untimely death of her husband. That is about devotion and the Supreme, not just about the bodily love. This is when she crossed the Prithvi Lok, she dropped the Jiva Bhav, became absolutely pure, one with the highest Supreme Conscious. In that state of purity, whatever one imagines, it manifests. That is how Satyavan comes back to life. A mere sign of miracle, but a real sign of absolute purity and ultimate devotion to the Supreme Consciousness. So today, on this auspicious day, Let's celebrate the power of femininity, power of purity. Let all the females stand and gather ourselves with all our natural strength and live a life of no abuse as a symbolism of femininity, a higher humanity. Let every mother teach herself not to get abused. Let every mother teach her kids neither to abuse anybody or never ever get abused. Let the tendency of abuse be finished from our civilization. Let the purity of intention stand high. Thank you.